Imagine for a moment the worst car crash you've ever seen. Imagine the smoke, the skid marks, the glass thrown about the highway, and the total tragedy it produces. The sound of an ambulance is in the distance. You hear that there's fatalities involved. A mother, a father, a sister, a brother. This is a global epidemic and a serious problem here in America. It's called texting while driving. We need to get a grip on this because it affects everyone. Previously, this wasn't a problem, but technology has changed and time has changed. They say that texting while driving is the equivalent of drinking 4 beers. Today, I'm going to persuade you to stop texting while driving. First, I'm going to talk to you about the statistics relating to texting and driving. According to textinganddrivingsafety.com, texting while driving causes 1,600,000 accidents per year, 330,000 injuries per year, and 17 deaths per day, and nearly 25% of all car accidents. Texting while driving has become a major epidemic and needs to be taken seriously. 5 seconds is the average time that you have for your eyes off the road when you choose to send that text. According to distraction.gov, at 55 miles an hour, that is enough time to drive the length of a football field blindfolded. These scary statistics show that texting and driving needs to stop. There are little things you can do to prevent yourself from texting and driving. One thing you can do is put your phone in an area where you can't reach it. Now, a lot of people will say that at a red light you can text, or if nobody's around, it's okay. The answer is wrong. You're still distracted and it promotes bad driving habits. Another thing you can do is silence your phone. Turn off notifications so you're not tempted to view it. You can also designate a texter like you would a driver if you have been drinking. Also, you can buy hands-free devices that allow you to hear who's calling you and notifications without looking at your phone. These devices have gotten significantly cheaper than they were 10 years ago. Most car manufacturers in present day are also adding hands-free features inside their vehicles to prevent distracted driving. As you can see, there are many things you can do to prevent yourself from texting and driving. Governments and people are also taking action. According to ghsa.org, 43 states have banned texting for all drivers. Not only could it be deadly, but now it can cause legal issues. That's something that is 100% preventable. Governments are also taking stiffer penalties for people who are caught while texting and driving. Also, various groups such as It Can Wait, Street Safe, and End Distracted Driving are running great campaigns and advocacy groups so people are aware of the dangers of distracted driving. Phone companies are also making a stance by giving people a warning on their phones to not use it if the phone senses they are driving. Also, car manufacturers are doing things that are incorporating hands-free capabilities and not allowing people to pair their phones while the car is in motion. Now, I want to tell you a story about a kid who decided to text and drive. Kyle Thompson was your typical suburban kid living in the suburbs of Phoenix. He attended a good school and played baseball. He was 17 years old and had no history of ever being in trouble. One day after baseball practice, he headed home as he always did. He did, however, decide that he was going to get on his phone and text while driving. He ended up running a red light and hitting a car straight on full impact. Unfortunately for him, 2 out of the 3 people in the car passed away. Now Kyle has to live with the feeling of guilt that he caused something that could have been preventable. He also faces legal issues and may have to pay large sums of money that he doesn't have. Once a normal suburban kid is now the kid known who took 2 lives. Now, I want to show you this picture here. This is from the U.S. Department of Motor Vehicle. This is an accident that happened recently. Unfortunately, there was a fatality, and it was because somebody was texting while driving. So let me throw a couple more interesting statistics at you. 49% of drivers on the road today, age 35 and below, have self-disclosed that they use handheld devices, while that interesting facts mixed with 330,000 injured and 6,200 dead annually is no secret that this is a problem. This is too common in our country, and we need to take a stance by educating our youth, educating ourselves, and we need to educate our community. In closing, let me end with this. Texting and driving in most states is illegal. You will endure great fines if caught. It's not smart at all and clearly represents the 6,200 lives that can be saved on a yearly basis, the 330,000 lives that were affected and could have been prevented, and a lot of money that could have been saved in terms of insurance, damages, tickets, and citations. Listen to me when I say this. Take your phone, tuck it away, and turn it off. It's not worth it, or the 6,200 lives that have been lost. Please be safe and remember to turn it off and don't ever text and drive. Thank you.